Hello! In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this maxi dress with slits on both sides. I used 2 yards of knit fabric for this dress. I went ahead and folded over so the correct sides are facing each other and that the stretch is going horizontally. Find a dress you want to duplicate, fold it in half, and lay it along the folded part of your fabric. Using a tape measure, measure about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch from the edges of your dress for seam allowance. There is no need for a seam allowance for your neckline and your armholes, so you can just trace along when you get to that part of your dress. Make sure you do not stretch your fabric as you cut. You now have the back piece of your dress. Fold your fabric over one more time and place the back piece still folded along the folded part of your fabric. You are now cutting out the front piece of your dress. When you get to the shoulder, cut a little deeper to create your neckline. My neckline was still a little high, so I decided to cut off 3/4 off. Next, you're going to match up the 2 pieces together with the correct sides facing each other. Pin at the shoulders and on both sides. Measure the length from your shoulders down to where you want your slit to begin. Mine was 34 inches. Mark with a pin so you know where to stop when you sew. Since this is a knit fabric, I use strips of gift tissue paper and place them on top of the fabric to avoid puckering. When working with knit fabric, always use a ballpoint needle and a zigzag stitch. Carefully remove the tissue, taking care not to pull on the stitches. Fold over 1/4 inch for both slits and the hem and sew. Next, take your tape measure and measure around your neckline all the way to the back to get the circumference. Take that number and subtract 3 inches. Do the same for both armholes. Using the 3 measurements you just took, cut out 3 pieces of fabric with a width of 1 inch for each piece. Pin the edges together with the correct sides facing each other and sew. Lay them flat so the sewn edge is on one side and pin the opposite side. Match the pin to the sewn edge and pin the left and the right side to create 4 equal parts. Repeat the process for the remaining bands. Next, line up the seams that connect the shoulders and pin at the folds. Line up the pins, stretch at the shoulders, and pin. So you will again have 4 equal parts. Grab your neckband, which is the longest piece that you had earlier cut out. Start matching up the pins that's on the neckband to the pins on the neckline with the correct sides facing each other. Make sure that you match up the sewn part of the neckband to the pin on the back of the dress. Sew about 1/4 of an inch in, stretching the neckband as you go. Make small yet careful cuts all around the seam, just below the stitches. Fold over the neckband to cover the entire seam and use clips to secure. Sew as close to the seam line using a straight stitch. It should now look like this. Repeat the exact same process to the armholes and you're done. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have fun sewing!